It is 3 a.m. Your eyes snap open, staring straight at the ceiling. Your heart is beating just a little too fast. Your mind is racing with a million thoughts, and you feel a strange, wired alertness, even though your body is completely exhausted. You grab your phone, let out a heavy sigh, and blame it on bad insomnia or a stressful week. But what if I told you that waking up at 3 a.m. is not a glitch in your sleep cycle? In reality, it is an emergency survival mechanism. Your body is not failing to sleep. It is actively trying to save your life. Most people think the fat under their skin is the problem. It is not. Visceral fat, the toxic fat wrapping around your organs, driven by a rogue hormone called cortisol, is the true silent killer. Waking up at 3 a.m. is your body's ultimate alarm bell. It signals that your hormonal axis is collapsing, and it is the exact reason why you can endure strict diets, exercise until you drop, and still not lose a single inch of belly fat. Today, we will decode the hidden biology behind this 3 a.m. mystery. I will give you a precise scientific roadmap to reset your cortisol, reclaim your deep sleep, and turn your body into a natural fat-burning machine, all while you sleep. Why is it always 3 a.m. and never any other time? During the night, while you sleep, your body enters its longest fasting state of the day. To keep your brain running and your heart beating, it relies on energy stored in your liver, known as glycogen. But if your diet is imbalanced, or if you struggle with insulin resistance, this glycogen reserve drains incredibly fast. When your blood sugar drops to a critical level between 2 and 3 a.m., your brain panics. It sends a massive red alert straight to your adrenal glands. The message is clear. Blood sugar is crashing. Pump cortisol and adrenaline right now to release energy, or we are going to die. And boom! A massive wave of stress hormones floods your bloodstream. The adrenaline makes your heart race. The cortisol forces your eyes open. You did not wake up because you are a bad sleeper. You woke up because your body just executed a life-or-death rescue mission. When your body believes it is fighting for survival in the middle of the night, its top priority is not giving you a flat stomach. Its only goal is to store energy to stay alive. Survival is the only thing that matters. But why does this specifically lock away your belly fat? A landmark study from the University of Chicago, published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, revealed a shocking truth. People who lacked deep sleep and had high nighttime cortisol saw their ability to burn fat drop by a staggering 55%. Even worse, 60% of the weight they did lose was actually muscle mass. The biological reason is fascinating. Your visceral fat, the deep belly fat, has 4 times as many cortisol receptors as the fat just under your skin. When cortisol stays elevated throughout the night, it gives your body a strict command. We are in danger. Hold on to every single gram of visceral fat for emergency fuel. At the same time, this nighttime stress spike skyrockets your insulin resistance for the very next morning. That is exactly why 2 people can eat the exact same 1,500 calories. Yet the person with a healthy biological clock burns fat, while your body sends every single calorie straight into the belly fat vault. It is time to flip the script. We are going to reverse this biological trap using these 4 scientific signals. Let us begin with signal number 1, the blood sugar lock. The very first key to sleeping deeply is stopping the midnight blood sugar crash. We must prevent your liver from sending that desperate SOS signal to your adrenal glands. Here is the science behind it. When you consume a tiny amount of healthy fat right before bed, it digests very slowly. It acts like a time-release capsule, providing a steady, continuous drip of glucose into your bloodstream. This keeps your liver glycogen perfectly stable. Or, If you use apple cider vinegar, the acetic acid beautifully stabilizes your insulin sensitivity, wiping out any erratic blood sugar swings. The biological equation is simple. No glycogen depletion means no brain panic, and no panic means zero cortisol spikes at 3 a.m. So, here is your exact action step. Roughly 60 to 90 minutes before you go to sleep, choose one of these two methods. Method 1. Have a micro snack. Just 1 tablespoon of almond butter with a quarter of an apple or a small handful of walnuts. Method 2. Drink half a glass of warm lemon water, mixed with a pinch of pink salt and 1 small teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. The benefit is immediate. You will finally sleep completely through the night, without your eyes snapping open. But listen closely to this warning. Do not, under any circumstances, eat sweets or refined carbohydrates right before bed. Sugar will trigger a massive insulin spike, which guarantees a brutal blood sugar crash a few hours later. And that crash is exactly what will jolt you awake in the middle of the night. Now for signal number 2, the morning anchor. Listen closely, because cortisol is not the enemy. You actually need it to feel energized, focused, and ready to tackle your day. The problem is not cortisol itself. The problem is that it is showing up at the absolute wrong time. It is crashing the party at 3 a.m. instead of doing its job at 7 a.m. We need to grab it and pull it back to where it belongs. And the only way to do that is with light. Here is the exact biological mechanism. Your circadian rhythm is controlled by a master clock in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or the SCN. This master clock relies entirely on light to know what time it is. Groundbreaking neurobiological research, including work from the laboratory of Dr. Andrew Huberman at Stanford University, has mapped out exactly how this works. When natural morning sunlight hits the retina of your eye, it shoots a direct electrical signal straight to the SCN. This triggers what scientists call the Cortisol Awakening Response. By intentionally creating a massive peak of cortisol first thing in the morning, you physically press a button that starts a 14 to 16-hour biological countdown timer. When that timer hits 0 in the evening, cortisol automatically shuts down, and melatonin floods your system. Here is how you execute this. The moment you wake up, within the very first 30 minutes, step outside. You need to get 10 to 15 minutes of natural sunlight directly into your eyes. Do not look through a glass window, as that blocks the specific light wavelengths you need. If the sky is totally cloudy, just stay outside a bit longer, for about 20 to 30 minutes. This simple daily habit will completely reset your entire biological clock. One crucial warning, though. Never stare directly into the sun. Simply facing the bright morning sky is more than enough to trigger the reset. Let us move on to signal number 3. The temperature switch, or what I like to call the cooling paradox. Getting deep, uninterrupted sleep demands one biological absolute. Your core body temperature must drop. If your body is running too hot, your nervous system stays agitated. You get trapped in a shallow, fragile state of sleep, ready to be jolted awake by the tiniest shift in your blood sugar. To cool down, we actually need to use heat. When you take a warm bath or shower, blood rushes away from your core and out to the capillaries in your skin. But the magic happens the moment you step out of the bathroom into a cool environment. Your body rapidly dumps that heat, causing your internal core temperature to plunge. This sudden, deliberate drop in temperature acts as a hardwired biological command. It signals the pineal gland in your brain to flood your system with melatonin. Here is how you execute this paradox. Take a warm shower, not boiling hot, just pleasantly warm, about 60 to 90 minutes before you plan to sleep. Now, pay close attention to your bedroom environment. You need to keep it comfortably cool. For those living in a tropical climate, an ideal range is between 24 and 26 degrees Celsius, paired with a gentle fan to keep the air circulating. The secret is not to turn your room into a freezing icebox. The secret is the contrast. The air in your bedroom simply needs to be cooler than your skin right after you step out of the warm water. This simple drop in temperature acts like a physical tranquilizer for your central nervous system. And here is where the fat loss connection happens. When your nervous system is cooled down and deeply relaxed, cortisol is completely neutralized. This creates the exact biological environment your body needs to unlock the visceral fat vault, choosing to burn that stubborn belly fat for fuel while you sleep, instead of aggressively hoarding it. Finally, we reach signal number 4. Activating the vagus nerve. Even if you have followed the first 3 signals perfectly, you might still find yourself lying in bed with a racing mind. When you are stressed, cortisol continues to slowly leak into your system. You need a physical override button. You need a way to completely shut off your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight-or-flight mode, and instantly turn on your parasympathetic system, which is your rest and digest mode. The science behind this lies in the vagus nerve. This is the longest cranial nerve in your body, acting as a biological superhighway that connects your brain directly to your heart, your lungs, and your gut. When you slow down your breathing, and specifically make your exhale longer than your inhale, you physically stimulate this nerve. It responds by releasing a powerful neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. This chemical instantly drops your heart rate and lowers your blood pressure. Here is your practical action step. Once you are lying in bed, use the 4-7-8 breathing technique. First, breathe in quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Second, hold your breath for 7 seconds. Third, exhale completely through your mouth, making a gentle whooshing sound for 8 seconds. Repeat this exact cycle 4 times. This technique acts as a natural, biological tranquilizer. More importantly, it firmly shuts off the nighttime cortisol valve. Doing this is the absolute prerequisite your body needs to finally feel safe enough to unlock the visceral fat vault. Just a quick warning. If you are new to this and holding your breath for 7 seconds feels uncomfortable or suffocating, do not force it. Start gently, count a little faster, and never strain your lungs. To turn this biology into actual results, you cannot just do things randomly. You need a structured protocol. Let us look at a daily master timeline to completely reset your cortisol axis and force your body to burn belly fat. 6:30 a.m. Wake up and catch the light. Step out onto your balcony or take a 15-minute walk. This bright, natural morning light tells your brain to pump cortisol right now, guaranteeing it will not wake you up tonight. 6:30 p.m. Dinner time. Focus on high-quality protein and fibrous vegetables while keeping carbohydrates low. Most importantly, do not overeat. A stuffed stomach forces your digestive system to work exhaustingly through the night, which artificially raises your core body temperature and ruins your sleep quality. 9 p.m. The temperature switch. Take a warm shower or bath for 10 to 15 minutes. This expands your blood vessels and prepares your body for that crucial nighttime temperature drop. 9:30 p.m. The blood sugar lock. Have a small handful of almonds, or drink half a glass of warm lemon water with a pinch of pink salt and 1 small teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. This is also the exact time to turn off all electronic devices. Blocking blue light from your screens prevents your brain from thinking it is still daytime, protecting your natural melatonin production. 10:15 p.m. Vagus nerve activation. Get into bed. Ensure your room is pleasantly cool, around 24 to 26 degrees Celsius. Close your eyes and complete 4 rounds of the 4-7-8 breathing technique. 10:30 p.m. Deep sleep. Your liver has enough fuel. Your brain is perfectly cooled down. Your cortisol is at its absolute lowest point. You will sleep seamlessly right through the 3 a.m. danger zone and wake up tomorrow morning with a visibly lighter, leaner waistline. The human body is a highly sophisticated biological machine. It is absolutely not a mindless calorie calculator. When you wake up at 3 a.m. carrying stubborn belly fat, it is not a punishment because you are lazy. It is simply the voice of your body, desperately crying out for internal balance. Stop trying to fight your own physiology with forced sleeping pills or punishing, exhausting workouts. Instead, you must learn to speak the true language of your endocrine system. Stabilize your blood sugar. Respect your natural circadian rhythm. Cool down your nervous system. When you finally teach your cortisol to obediently go to sleep at night, your visceral fat will automatically begin to melt away. Now, I want to hand it over to you. What exact time do you usually find yourself waking up in the middle of the night? Leave a comment below right now, including your age and your personal experience. I will read through your comments and help explain the specific physiological mechanisms behind your unique sleep struggles. If this deep dive into human biology helped you understand your own body better, please hit the like button and share this video with anyone you know who is currently battling with broken sleep and stubborn belly fat. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next scientific breakdown of your health. I will see you in the next video.